If we're having that argument, we've already lost. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States at our offices in San Diego, California and St. Louis, Missouri. This is a concept that I explain to my clients from time to time, and that is, if we are having this argument, we've already lost. And so whenever I look at a case, whenever the attorneys here at our firm look at a case, we try to spot all the issues. We try to spot the issues that are going to make your case harder to be approved, and we try to look for the issues that may slow your case down. Now, sometimes those issues are exactly the same, but in this video, we're talking about denial. We're talking about what are the things that we can spot that might lead to a denial. And, you know, we always give our clients the advice, only answer the questions that are asked. Don't be giving long speeches. Don't lead the officer down to things that we don't necessarily want to talk about, because if we get into those areas, we're already in trouble. So with my lawsuits, if we get into these arguments about where proper venue is or where the lawsuit should have been filed, we've in a way already lost, because we're just trying to get the case moving. We don't want to be having these fights. Same is true at USCIS. If we're talking about things that make our case weaker, we've probably already lost. We've already just having to have that debate about whether or not our client is admissible, or having that debate about whether or not our client needs a waiver, that means we're already in trouble. We want to move fast. We want to get that case approved fast. And so I'm talking sort of facetiously when I say we've already lost. We might not have lost, but you're really setting yourself up for problems. And that's why we really want to focus on, how do we get this case approved? What evidence do we need? What do we need to do to frame these cases in the strongest light possible? And so it's really about the small little details. You know, people think, oh, I'll just answer them and I'll explain everything to the officer and everything will be okay. Yeah, that's one approach, but probably not the best approach. The best approach is to really think through, you know, what does the law say? What are my rights? What does USCIS have the right to ask about? What evidence do they have the right to gather? And if we're having a fight over whether or not you actually live in this house with your spouse, we've already lost. We're already in trouble. That's why we don't even want to have that argument. We want to overwhelm them with evidence. We want to show them that we have tons of evidence to demonstrate that our position is true, and that's what you want. You want to stave off the arguments. You don't even want to get into that area, because if you get into that area, that's when things get dicey, that's when things get messy. So you want to overwhelm them with evidence that you are correct and that you are approvable, so that you don't get into this debate and this back and forth. And that's really when people go to immigration by themselves and they get into these debates with the immigration officer, you can't win. You cannot win. So the best way to win is to not play that game, to not go down that road unless you absolutely have to. So we're very much on the offense at the Hacking Law Practice when it comes to immigration, but sometimes you have to think defensively too. You have to think about, how do I protect myself? How do I put a wall around the black marks in my case so that we don't even get there, if we can? And so if you need help with this, if you're struggling with how to frame a particular part of your case, you might need our help. And if you do, and you want to give us a call, you can call us at 314-961-8200. You can also email us, info@hackinglawpractice.com. You know we have that Facebook group, Immigrant Home. We'd love to see you in there. We have our YouTube channel. We're almost up to 30,000 subscribers. And at the time of the recording of this, we'd love to have you subscribe so that you get updates whenever we make videos like this one. And then, of course, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually at noon Central Time, you'll find me in our Facebook group and on our YouTube channel answering as many of your immigration law-related questions as possible. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.